sauce.
Oh yeah, let's get saucy.
Yo, 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 welcome to the Weird Sauce Show. It's your host and mad scientist, Frat Zuki, right here with my lab assistant, Mr. J. Stevens.
Us boys fucking crazy.
That's right, we are getting crazy on this one. It's going to be a weird and a wild one.
Oh yeah.
I hope you're ready. For everybody that's back and watched episode 1, thanks for being back here with us. For everybody that's new with us, welcome to the Weird Sauce Show. I'm your host, Frat Zuki. This is Jay Stevens, and this is how we do it.
Yes, sir.
If you're new watching, don't forget, if you're watching at home, you're watching the show, you can try to spot something different in the episode as it's going. Something will change within the episode. If you're the first one to spot it, drop it down in the comments and be entered into our big grand prize drawing for episode 100. If you don't want to do that and you still want to get involved, you can also enter into our membership system. I'm going to tell you about that later on in the show. All you got to do is hit us up and you'll be entered every day. But before we do that, I got a nice little story for y'all to open this episode up.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear it.
Oh, and here's our production assistant right here, Zamora. She has entered onto the set. Hello.
She's been sleeping for quite a while, so.
That's right. She's checking out the set. So we're going to let her do her thing while I give the story.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we're going to start this episode off, and we're going to kind of be talking about something weird called the hum.
Yeah.
All right. Now, the hum is this sound that's heard worldwide. It's like a low, deep, bassy sound, and people have reported hearing it all over the world. Now, I actually happen to be one of those people, and I want to share that story with you today.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so maybe about 10 years ago, I want to say, I went to Cambodia, and you go out there to Angkor Watt. They have all the great, magnificent temples out there, and you got to see it. If you've never
place.
been,
yeah, you got to go.
Exactly.
Got to go.
So I did. I did take that advice, and I went. And so one of my objectives while I was there was I wanted to sneak into the temple at night. I had this super high-powered laser, and I was going to climb up to the top of the pyramid, shoot the laser, do some meditation, conjure up some energy, see what was going on there, because you got these massive pyramids, and it's in Cambodia. Seemed very magical, and it seemed like something that I wanted to experience firsthand. So while I was out there, if you can't see this right now, we got our production assistant, Zamora, climbing all over the desk.
Yes, she is.
There we go. All right. Okay, there she go.
Get on, girl.
All right. Back to the story. Sorry about that. Okay, so I went to Cambodia, and I'm trying to find a ride out there to these pyramids, right? So I find this guy, and I said, hey, man, I want you to drive me out to the pyramids. And he said, oh, man, you can't go out there. It's closed. And I said, yeah, I know it's closed, but it's just wide open. You can go out there, and you can walk around. I was
How much money does it cost to go?
Exactly.
How closed is it, bro?
Exactly.
You can get shit done in Cambodia if you want to get shit done.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so.
So, as you were saying, there was a price. I said, look, dude, bring me out there. He said, all right. And I said, look, here's what I want to do. I want to go out there. I'm going into the pyramid. You're going to wait for me outside for like an hour, and then I'm coming out. So he agrees to this when we're in the city. So we drive out there, and right when we get out there, it's pitch dark, man. There's no moon out that night. It's just absolutely pitch black. No moon. No stars, anything, maybe cloud cover, but it was a pretty eerie feeling night. So we get out there, and the guy says, all right, come on. Like, here, I brought you out here. Let's go.
Let's go.
And I said, hell no, bro. I was like, we just got out here. I told you you're going to wait for me for like an hour, and then I'm going to come out. And he's like, this guy was genuinely scared. And this, when I got out to the temples, is when I started to hear this hum. I couldn't hear it in the city, but we were out there. It's pitch dark. We just have his little motorbike. There's no street lights anywhere out there.
Right.
So you're in the dark. This guy's like, yo, let's go. We got to go right now. He was scared shitless, like genuinely, you know, young 20-year-old kid.
And also the place is, I can imagine at night like that, it's pretty fucking eerie.
Oh, yeah.
You know, this place is massive if you know nothing about it, which is old, broken down temples and shit like that. So, yeah.
And so I was like, yo, dude, what the hell? But that I did hear this hum, and it was very eerie and mysterious. So it was, like I said, it's a very low, bassy sounding, constant hum. It doesn't fluctuate in vibration. It's just like a but it's a noticeable sound. You can hear it, right? So this dude's scared shitless. He brings me back to the city. I'm still not fulfilled for my mission, right? So I grab another group of kids, and I said, hey, man, this is what I want to do. You're going to go out there. You have to wait for me. He's like, all right, man, no problem. I'll wait for you. So he tells a couple of his other homies waiting with him, yo, man, you guys want to ride out with us? This guy wants me to take him out to the temple. So me, my driver, a few of his homies, all pile up together. We head out there with about 5 or 6 motorbikes. Same exact thing, dude. We get out there. It's all these like young 20-year-old kids, you know?
Yeah.
And right when I get out there, they're like, so what are you doing out here? When are you going to want to leave? And I was like, dude, I told you, you just wait right here if your friends want to go, but you can't leave me.
Yeah, can't leave me here, bro.
Because where the temples are in the city, like, you're way outside.
Yeah, it's in Siem Reap, right? Outside of Siem Reap?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Siem Reap's like a pretty touristy kind of town area. And yeah, Angkor Wat, you gotta go out there a little ways.
Yeah, so these other friends, they start flipping out and start going, hell no, we're out of here, dude. So they leave, and I looked at this dude, I was like, what is going on, man? I was like, why can't you stay here? What are you so scared about? And he was like, we have to go. We just can't be here. And I was like, what do you mean we can't be here? You know, we did have the language barrier thing going on, but he was very adamant going, no, this, no good. We need to leave. We must go now. Come on. If you don't come with me, I'm leaving you here. And I was like, hell no, you're not leaving me here, bro.
Yeah.
And so all of these kids were genuinely scared. I couldn't get to the bottom of what it was, but there was no other people out there at night. The 2 groups of people I brought out there were genuinely scared about it. And like I said, there was this mysterious low-frequency hum coming out. So that was pretty cool. I didn't get my laser experience in the temple at night, but what I did do is I was there in the daytime. They start kicking everybody out, I think at like 4:30 or something.
Yeah.
And they start saying, hey, everybody's got to go. And I was like, oh, the sunset's about to come. Can I just stay? Can I go up to the top temple? Security guard's like, you got to give me a little bit of money.
Again,
and
there's always
said,
a price.
Okay, all right, well, what do you want? Now, Cambodia, for those of you who don't know, they use the American dollar because their currency was just so whack and unstable.
They use both, but it's like the Cambodian currency is worth nothing.
Right.
So
the guy
USD.
looks at me and he says, yeah, you got to give me $5 and I'll let you up to the top of the temple. And I was like, that's all? I was expecting him to say 20. I would have dropped the 20 on him. If he had gone anything over 20, I don't think I would have been down for it. But he said, give me $5, I'll let you up there. Gave the security guard $5. I go running up these stairs. I had the entire king's chamber of the main temple in Angkor Wat all to myself for the sunset. Sat on the top step, just sat there, watched the sun go down. You can see all the people leaving, but I just sat up there. Maybe 10, 15 minutes later, another guy came up, another foreigner with his tour guide.
Yeah, he probably paid $10 though.
That's right.
Yeah, fucking schmuck.
That's right, schmuck.
Yeah.
But it was an amazing experience.
I mean, the place is incredible. Besides, the hum story, I mean, that's just a bizarre story. And but if you can get out to Angkor Wat, get out to Cambodia, the place is incredible.
Yeah, so the hum. We started looking into it as well, and that's going to be the topic of our first discussion.
Yeah.
The hum, what is it? Now, I'm not the only one that has heard it. We've heard reports and we've seen stories about people all over the world hearing it. It does seem to be the same thing, and it doesn't seem to have an origin. Nobody can figure out where it's coming from. Now, there has been a few times recorded that people have looked into it and they've come up empty-handed, all right? One of these was an episode on Zug Island in Michigan in the U.S. The people across the border over in Canada, our friends over there, they were complaining that this hum was coming from this factory on the island, all right? It was making all this noise, creating this hum, and it was just driving people crazy, right?
Yeah.
So they tried to look into it, but since it was 2 different countries, it was a lot of regulation and bureaucracy going on, so they couldn't look into it. Never found out if that was the cause of it, but when they did look into it, nothing led them to believe that that was the cause of the hum.
Well, no, I think that they still think that it was part of the hum. They've never been able to, the U.S. or the Michigan or whoever decided that the Canadian researchers could go in there, never let them in. So maybe that was actually what it was, and they didn't want to, admit to causing this frequency or this noise.
Right.
So, and I mean, just in this particular instance, right? Why would you not let them come in there and look at it unless you were doing something that you maybe aren't supposed to be doing?
Right. But when you break it down, like, does factory equipment make that much noise that creates such a massive hum that it's shooting miles across the river? And
I don't think so.
Like making people pissed off. Like, there's been other reports of this too, to where like the entire community is reporting of it. People are reporting getting sick because of it. The police are hearing it. All the government officials. Nobody can figure out where it's coming from. The local news are reporting on it. So it's a real thing. It's not some sort of thing that has no credibility to it.
I think they were saying like 2% of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 2% of people have heard it. So yeah, I mean, it's not a huge number, but still, like, how many people are out there? Like 2%. Like, not everyone can just be fucking crazy.
Right.
So, like, I mean,
are you talking about that's at least 100 million people or so?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So it's like,
Exactly. It's out there.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I've heard it.
I have not.
Who else has looked into it? They had in Taos, New Mexico, some scientists looked into it with some technological high-class equipment. They found nothing. People have suggested maybe it's tinnitus. People are hearing this ringing. If you don't know what tinnitus is, it's a constant ringing in the ear. It's something that some people have. You can't knock it. It's just a constant ringing. That's more of a high-pitched, constant high-pitched sound. This hum is more of like a low, bassy frequency.
And didn't they have something like, at least semi-recently, they were talking about like vibrations on the ocean floor could potentially be causing it? I mean, there's a lot of shit out there that, people have theories about.
What it was there's a certain type of fish that its mating call is this low vibration that it goes on the ocean floor, and it makes
vibrates off the ocean floor.
Yeah, it makes this vibration to kind of lure in the females, right?
Right.
And they're saying if like the entire bay is filled with these things and they're all doing it at the same time, it could essentially...
Yeah, but for how fucking big, right? Like if that's happening, let's say off the coast of California, are you going to be hearing that same hum?
Right.
In the middle of fucking Cambodia?
Right.
Probably not.
Right. Well, this is, people trying to make sense of something that's got no sense.
Absolutely.
So they're going, well, there must be a logical explanation, but they're not finding anything.
There just hasn't been an answer.
Right.
So, there might be a logical reason out there, just hasn't been found.
Right. Also, just on that note, there is a natural hum of the earth. It's called the Schumann resonance. It is at about 7.83 hertz. It's a constant hum that comes off the earth. You can't hear it. It's way too low for the human ear to pick up on. But they have measured it. That's called the Schumann resonance. It's not that either. Nobody knows what it is. It's a mysterious thing. It's a mystery. If you've heard the hum and you got any personal experience, drop it down in the comments for us. Let us know. If you're liking the video and you want to help us out and see more of it, drop a like on this video as well, and we're going to have some more content for you every day this week.